Lopez moments away from having it happen. And there it is. He has done it.
Just to enjoy and reflect on what a week it's been. But here comes Shakur Stevenson.
Two world-class fighters at their peak face off in a powerful crossover, delivering non-stop action that makes boxing feel electric.
They knew it amidst reported chaos. Look at this finish from Teofimo.
Teofimo Lopez defeated Josh Taylor to capture the WBO super lightweight title, securing another major world championship and strengthening his legacy in the sport.
WBO lineal junior welterweight champion of the world, the Tate.
We just beat the #1 ranked guy, #1 champion, lineal world champion, Josh Taylor, former undisputed world champion.
Shakur Stevenson earned a clear win over William Zepeda to claim the world title and firmly establish himself as a dominant champion in the division.
Big options. With this type of performance, all those guys wouldn't mind stepping in the ring with Steve.
Teofimo Lopez beat Arnold Barbosa Jr. to successfully defend his WBO super lightweight junior welterweight title and keep his position as the reigning champion.
Confidence as he goes through the round. He knows that he's probably well ahead in the fight.
Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson, performing at an elite level, stayed in full control, earning a decisive win over William Zepeda and further strengthening his place as a world champion.
Decision, the fighting pride of Newark, New Jersey, and still the undefeated WBC lightweight champion of the world.
For Teofimo fight, Shakur Stevenson trained with full intensity while Terran Crawford oversaw the camp, handling every detail, improving technique, and making sure everything was at peak level, showing strong commitment and elite preparation.
Start the year off right. You know what the fuck going on? We about to take this shit over. The whole family. You know that.
Shakur Stevenson trains under his coach Ronald Sims, who leads him with deep experience, improving technique, building smart strategy, and preparing his conditioning to reach top-level performance.
So you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, will I make you good? Yeah, get ready. We need to be pushed today. Bring the smoke, baby. Yep, that's fine. Yep, that's that fine. July 12th, demolishment. We're gonna demolish. You guys way too slow. Shakur's too sharp, too fast, too strong.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez trains with full discipline inside his camp, focusing on strength, technique, and strategy, preparing carefully for his next fight while testing his limits day after day.
Work on your speed.
Way more motivated this time, you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot to prove. You know, he's got to defend his Ring Magazine title. You know, he's the best in the division right now, holding the Ring Magazine by beating Josh Taylor. So, you know, we got to go in there and you know, keep that belt, keep that Ring Magazine. Every time you throw a right hand, you got to pull back, go under.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez are the matchup boxing fans have been waiting for. Shakur understands the skill, power, and difficulty Lopez brings, and he knows he is facing true elite competition. Even so, he welcomes the challenge, fully aware of the pressure and intensity this fight demands from both champions. Shakur Stevenson trains non-stop in camp, sharpening his speed, defense, footwork, and power, while preparing carefully for his clash with Teofimo Lopez, making sure he steps into the ring completely ready to control the fight against one of boxing's toughest opponents. Busazi Enis has also issued a strong and direct warning to Teofimo Lopez, making it clear just how dangerous Shakur Stevenson really is.
I think Teo the truth, bro. I think that me and him came up together. He been the truth. He been winning tournaments after tournaments with me, alongside of me. So I know what I'm dealing with, bro. I know what type of fighter this is. I know I gotta up my level that night because of who I'm in front of.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, how do you see it, right? Because I hear people saying different things, right? Like media pundits and fans. I brought this up to your grandfather on live the other day. Some people say Teo's more athletic than you. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. It's hard to say who's more athletic. How you gonna say, okay, let's say they say he more athletic than me. If he more athletic than me, and we go outside and do any sport, any other sport besides boxing, can he beat me in it?
What you mean, like basketball or race or running a race?
Any sport, bro. Is he more athletic than me? Because, like, how you gonna be more athletic than me? You can't do nothing better than me at any sport.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, he's an athletic guy. I don't know.
I'm from the trenches, bro. I come from the hood, bro. He comes from where, bro?
He say Brooklyn, but he be saying he's from Brooklyn, though. I don't know where he's from.
From Florida.
Florida?
He's probably born in Brooklyn. Yeah. He's from Florida. But I'm just saying, like, where I come from is like the hood. I go outside, play basketball every day. I go outside, play football every day.
Yeah.
Of my life.
Yeah.
So for him to be like more athletic, okay, cool. That's what y'all call it, but man, I don't know. We'll see you on fight night.
How do you envision it? I mean, I'm sure you played it out in your mind a bunch of times already.
Me just making a great fighter look average. That's how I see it.
Are you gonna fight like the Zepeda way? Because that was the first time we see you fight like that.
I can't tell you how I'm gonna fight. I fight different styles for different people. Yeah. So I may fight this way for this guy. I may fight the other way for another guy.
According to Enis Stevenson, speed is far more than simple quickness. It works as a powerful tool that lets him control the pace, avoid punches with accuracy, and land clean counters at the right moment. He also stresses that Lopez must never overlook Stevenson's intelligence, fight awareness, and tactical thinking, which together make him a complete and dangerous boxer. Every move, punch, and combination Stevenson throws is planned, showing his elite ability and serious preparation. Fighting him requires respect, smart planning, and quick adjustment, because one small mistake can bring heavy consequences. This message highlights the tough challenge Lopez will face in the ring, and shows how Stevenson can control, shut down, and take advantage of even the smallest openings in an opponent. It also reminds everyone that at the highest level, skill alone is not enough. Discipline, strategy, and execution matter just as much, and Stevenson has all of them in full measure.
Pick them apart. And I gotta tell everybody that Whichcomb is real athletic too. Teofimo. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. You know what I mean? People think, a lot of people say it's gonna be easy and all that. Nah. Teofimo can punch and he can box. And like I said, he's real athletic. So, you know what I mean? That'll make it a little difficult right there. You know what I mean?
I see a lot of people going back and forth with it. Some people think Teo got the advantage because of the weight and that he's athletic and explosive. Some people say Shakur is the better boxer.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
How you see that fight ending?
Well, they saying, they've got the weight and all that. I see Shakur box big guys, light heavyweights and all that stuff. Just like Boots, big box heavyweights and put the heavyweights down. You know what I mean? I think that's the right move for him. You know what I mean? Get up, and I think he can really do good at that weight.
This isn't a stoppage.
I'm looking at a decision, not a stoppage. But then all according how Teo come in, and Teo come at him, he gonna run into some shots. It might be over. You know what I mean?
Now, you always tell me it's the shot that you don't see coming.
That's it.
That power is speed.
Right.
So, could it be a situation where people underestimate Shakur's punching power.
Yeah. I think Shakur can punch. You know what I mean? I think he can punch. It's just, like I said, speed is power. You know, not them guys, muscle-bound guys come in and they tell me, oh, he can punch and all that. Like I just got finished saying, like you just got finished saying, matter of fact, the punch that you don't see knocks him out. And they always say, man, I didn't see that punch coming. That's the one you worry about. I mean, then you got
Roy Jones Jr. shares a clear view on the difference between old school fighters and today's boxers, focusing on respect behavior and character from his era. He explains that boxing was never only about talent, speed, or winning, but about discipline, honor, and proving yourself as a man. Fighters were expected to act with dignity, respect opponents' trainers, and the sport while still showing confidence and strength. Jones says older fighters balanced skill, strategy, and responsibility, knowing their reputation mattered as much as what happened in the ring. They believed a true champion must respect others while standing firm for himself. He contrasts this with modern boxing, where hype, promotion, and attention often come before values. Even with the sport changing, Jones believes honor, accountability, and staying true to your principles still matter. In the end, he says a fighter's legacy is defined not just by wins, but by character, respect, and integrity inside and outside the ring.
Announce the fight. I don't understand the press conference. Shakur Stevenson looked confused about the press conference. Teofimo Lopez is known for saying outlandish things, but I've noticed over the last couple years, he's making less and less sense when he speaks. Like, the types of things that he's saying at the press conference are just unnecessary. The things that he's saying and the way he's saying it, I don't know if it's nervous energy. I don't know if he's just trying to get a rise out of these cameras and people online so they can talk about him. I really don't know what it is, but I don't understand why guys do things like that. What does that have to do with the fight? What does that have to do with boxing? The only thing you might accomplish out of that is making Shakur Stevenson mad, and he try to make you pay for that come fight night on January 31st. I don't get that kind of stuff. See, we'll look at stuff like that and we'll laugh at it in the sport of boxing, and we won't say that that's affecting boxing or hurting boxing. We'll just say that's just the way fighters are. But we'll get mad at a Jake Paul and we'll say that he's ruining boxing because you don't like Jake Paul or the things that he says or the fact that he's making money in a space that he didn't grow up in. To me, these are the kind of things. Press conferences like that, when you got Teofimo Lopez saying some of the things that he said, that's the kind of stuff that give boxing and fighters a black eye. That's why when we walk in a room and people know that you fought for a living or you currently fight for a living, they expect a certain type of thing. They look at you a certain type of way, and you almost gotta prove that you're not that to be able to get some respect when you're speaking to people, because they don't expect us to be people who are sensible, people that can articulate their words, people that can be sensible about how they go about their everyday life. So I personally, listen, everybody goes about this fight thing, this competition thing different. I'm not saying nobody has to be like me, got to be like you or anybody else. Be yourself. But that kind of stuff, to me, I don't really see a place for it in the sport of boxing. It don't make sense. It got everybody scratching their head, and your opponent who came there to talk to you about this fight, he wants to hear what you got to say about what you gonna do to him and vice versa. But you got an opponent in Shakur Stevenson who's confused now. He literally was looking around like the look that Shakur Stevenson had on his face was, I did not come here for this. And I think he even said, I really don't know what to say about it. That don't make for a good press conference to me.
Yeah, I know. But see, this is what I try to tell you about. I know y'all don't hear me a lot of time when I say it. There's old school and there's new school. Old school has something that been said, they would not have allowed us to be able to come face to face. Because you don't say it to me and think I ain't gonna try to tear your head off as soon as I get close to you.
Well, you're not gonna wait till a fight night. You're gonna get it in that day.
Because some things are too difficult. Because sometimes you go a little bit beyond respect. That's disrespectful. If you disrespect me on any level, we fighting then. Now I'm gonna try to hold it together but if you disrespect me, which is what he just did, I'm not gonna ask him about what he's talking about. When I get close enough, I'm finna show him what I ain't talking about. You understand where I'm coming from? So there's a difference. That's why I say you gotta know the difference from the old school and the new school. Had he said that in my day, they could not. I would tell him, listen, whatever y'all do.
In every area, including technique, strategy, mindset, patience, and conditioning. These high-pressure fights show who a fighter truly is and separate good boxers from great ones. Dodging tough challenges may keep a perfect record for a while, but it does not build real respect, credibility, or a lasting legacy. Algieri says true champions show courage, strength, and a willingness to test themselves against the best, learning from every fight whether they win or lose. For him, the true spirit of boxing lives in these elite matchups where skill, focus, and strategy meet top competition, creating moments that shape careers and lift the sport.
Fighters having losses. How about that? Guys can have losses and still be at the top of the game. Why not? So this is a really important fight, I think, for the health of the sport. You have gone on record several times saying it's not going to be the best fight or, burning, raging fight, whatever. I think it's going to be an awesome fight because of the level. And it's one of those fights you're just like on the edge of your seat because it's so tight. Are they going to throw a million punches? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I think the level is going to be so high, it's going to overshadow that they're not that busy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think it's going to be. I mean, you don't have to. You should follow the sport. It's not going to be like some type of shootout. But it's very important. I did say that numerous times. This is a very important fight. Shakur wins. I think he belongs.
The advantage of openings often decides the outcome more than fame or records. Mosley reminds fans and fighters that boxing is not about who talks louder or looks bigger on paper. It is a technical and strategic sport where one quick decision can shift the entire fight. Strong preparation, discipline, and mental toughness are just as important as physical strength. Underestimating an opponent or trusting hype too much can lead to serious mistakes. In Mosley view, true greatness in boxing is shown through execution and adaptability inside the ring, not expectations outside it. A fighter's real value is proven round by round when it matters most.